Into his 90s, former President Jimmy Carter was on the ground volunteering for Habitat for Humanity. In this week's Communities at Care, as we remember Carter's legacy, we have a look at his impact on that organization for more than 35 years.
I'd like to introduce
just a few years after his presidency, former President Jimmy Carter and former First Lady Rosalynn Carter formed a long-standing partnership with Habitat for Humanity.
He had a pretty good second act.
Twin Cities Habitat president and CEO and former St. Paul Mayor Chris Coleman met the former U.S. president in 2010 when he helped build homes in North Minneapolis and Eastside St. Paul.
He was there to work. He wasn't there for photo ops or anything else.
Through the Carter Work Project, the Carters personally worked alongside more than 100,000 volunteers in 14 countries to build, renovate, and repair almost 4,400 homes.
Here he is. He's well into his 90s. And he is still out there sawing, hammering. And so when people would say, oh, I can't volunteer for Habitat, I'd say, if Jimmy Carter in his 90s can voluntear for Habitat, I think you can too.
But in recent years, they passed the reins.
That's a tradition that continues even though the Carters haven't been able to be a part of it. Trish Yearwood and Garth Brooks are now kind of stepping in the place of Jimmy and Rosalynn.
And the Twin Cities Habitat plans to build or renovate about 65 homes this year.
When we can get a family into home ownership, that changes that family for generations. The fact that the Carters put their own name and attached their own legacy was incredibly important, and it's why we have such a stellar reputation across the globe.